We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in AC analysis of BJT, we already saw the transistor configuration, and now in this chapter we show the how the analysis of BJT circuits, right? So for the transistor circuit, here we use as a AC amplifier which has the signal source capacitor and which are coupled to the circuit input terminal, right? Now we are discuss about the AC signals. Okay, so first of all, what is the AC signal? In AC signal, whenever we give the input signal is in the form of analog signal, it is known as a AC signal. Okay, so in AC signal, we connect the input side coupled with a signal source as a capacitor, right? So in AC signal, here we use a coupling capacitor. So what is the coupling capacitor? Coupling capacitor is used to couple or link together in between the two sources. Okay, and the function of the coupling capacitor is to block the DC signal and only enter the AC signals, right? So in AC signal, here we use a coupling and a bypass capacitor, right? Coupling capacitor, I will show you here. The whenever the AC signal is directly coupled to the input signal, okay, here we show the transistor. In transistor we use a CE configuration. CE configuration is known as a common emitter configuration, and for the emitter configuration, here we use a voltage divider biasing. So R1 and R2 are connected in a voltage divider series. Vs is your input AC signal, Rs is your source resistance. So what happened? And the VCC is your supply. Whenever we give the directly AC signal to the input, at that time you cannot give the output as a pure AC signal. It means whenever we measure the input output signal, at that time interrupt will be produced. So what happened whenever we analyze the AC signal, at that time in a input side we connect the one coupling capacitor. So here we connect the coupling capacitor in between source and the input, right? So coupling capacitor, whenever we couple the capacitor, at that time the coupling capacitor is block the DC signal and only pass the AC signal, and the AC signal is directly goes to the input side. You can also connect the coupling capacitor for the 3 configuration, right? Also connect the CB configuration, CC configuration, or CE configuration. Okay, same as it is, you can also connect the coupling capacitor at the output side. Okay, in this figure you can see the coupling capacitor is also connected at the output side in between output terminal and the load terminal, because coupling capacitor here output side is also give you the pure AC signal output. Okay, so this is the function of a coupling capacitor. Okay, so whenever we analyze the signal, at that time we connect the coupling capacitor also at the input side and the output side. Okay, now the second topic is AC equivalent circuit. Whenever we draw the AC equivalent circuit of any configuration, what happens? So our first step, capacitor behaves as a short circuit. Either the coupling capacitor or the bypass capacitor, which are work as a short circuit AC signal, right? So all the capacitor must be replaced with the short circuit. I will show you in a figure. And also the power supply behaves as a short circuit. Okay, so this left hand word circuit, which are shown as a CE configuration, right? So I will see you in CE configuration, your emitter terminal is connected to the ground. RC is your output resistance, R1 and R2 is your voltage divider resistor, C1 is your input coupling capacitor, your source Vs, input resistance Rs, okay, Re your emitter current, C2 is your bypass capacitor, right, and C3 is your output coupling capacitor, which are connected to the load. Okay, now these configuration are converted into the AC equivalent circuit. So how we draw AC equivalent circuit? So first we put the source as it is, okay, then also put the resistance as it is. Okay, now the second component is a short circuit. Short circuit means it is directly connected to the next terminal. Whenever we use a short circuit, what happens? The line is closed, and whenever we use a terms as a open, it means the circuit is a open. There is no connection in between the components, right? So here the capacitor is directly, here the capacitor is not shown, the directly line is connected. Okay, now what happened for the next? Your R1 and R2 is in a voltage divider form in series, so it is connected in a parallel form, right? So next R1 and the next one parallel connected to the R2, right? Now what happened? So this is your input side is completed. Okay, so an R1 R2 connected commonly to the base, right? Now goes to the output side. So what happened at the output side? At the output side here the RC is connected. Okay, here the page is cutting, but also you can connect the RE in a parallel, right? And also connected the RL to the parallel. Okay, so at the output side here we put the three resistance RC, RE and the RL, right? So I will again show you the AC equivalent circuit of RE in a next figure. Okay, same thing you can also draw for the CE configuration AC equivalent circuit and common collector AC equivalent circuit, right? Now we show the transistor model and the parameter, because the parameter are very useful to analyze the AC equivalent circuit, and from the H parameter we find the input impedance, output impedance, So T equivalent. So our first model is a T equivalent circuit. Now we already aware with all the configuration like C configuration, CE and the CB configuration, right? Because of transistor consists of two PN junction with the common center block, right? Now what happened? Here we show the one format of a CB configuration. So what happened in a CB configuration? In CB configuration, this is your CE connection, right? Because in common base configuration, your base is common, your input is in between emitter and base, right? And output is in between collector and the base, okay? So the resistor represents BE junction. Here our BE junctions. Resistance RC represents CB junction resistance and RB represents the resistance of the base, right? How? I will show you. In a CB configuration, what happened? In CB configuration, your current amplification factor, because whenever we discuss about the configuration, what happened in CB configuration? Here IC is your output current, right? And IE is your input current, right? So what is your current amplification factor? Your current amplification factor is output current upon input current. So our output current is IC and our input current is IE. Okay, understand? Now we make the T equivalent circuit. So T equivalent circuit or the R parameter circuit. So we complete the circuit which are known as T complete equivalent circuit. So how we make? So first of all, we draw the circuit like a T, right? So in a T, we put the three resistance. First resistance is input resistance. Right side arm, which is known as a collector resistance, RC, and RB is your base input resistance, right? So these are the terminal is E and the B is your input terminal. Here is your collector and the base, which is known as a base output terminal. Now we put the direction of current. So IE, you can see mention that in this R parameter, we put the for the terminal we denotate the in a small letter, right? Because RE terminal which are a small letter RC and RB, same as it is I is capital letter, but E is in a small letter, right? Same thing IC and IB. Now the other connection is a capacitor. So the capacitor is connected here. C capital BE is your forward bias, right? And the connection is in between emitter and the base. Okay, according to this configuration, your collector current is a CBE, which are connected at the input side. Same thing output side, your BC coupling capacitor is connected parallel with the output resistance RC. And the one thing is also connected at parallel in a parallel to the RC, which is shows the current source, and the current source is known as a I alpha IE, because in this equation your collector current is become IC equal to alpha IE, right? So these are the current source, output resistance and the coupling capacitor. Okay, so these are the R parameter. and the R parameter represents the AC resistance, okay, of forward bias BE, and it offers the low resistance values, right? And RC, which are connected always in a reverse bias, which offers a high resistance value, which are known as a RC. And how we find the value of RE? Because alpha IE is your current generator, or you can say the current source. So what is the value of RE, which are find from the input characteristics, right? So your input characteristics is IE versus VBE. Okay, whenever we apply the input voltage, what happen? Your current is goes increase linearly. Okay, so from this graph, we find the value of delta IE and delta VBE. So we can find the value of a AC resistance, right? So our AC resistance is RE equal to delta VBE upon delta IE. Okay. Now, how we find the value of a Q point, which are already discussed here, the theory of load line. Here we show the examples of a AC and the DC load line, right? Whenever we find the DC load line, we find the DC load line and AC load line in a output characteristics, right? Here we draw the output characteristics. So what are in output characteristics? Output characteristics is always the output current versus output voltage, right? So for the different constant IB value, input value, we find the different graph, right? Which will show in a which is shown in a figure, that there are different the graphs of the IB constant value, and we find whenever we find the two values, which are point A and point B, and then we find the value of Q point, and at the intersecting from point we can find the value of the load line. So now we see the one configuration. So in a configuration, we show the CE configuration, coupling capacitor, R1 and R2, value of RC and RE, and the output coupling capacitor, right? So for the DC load line, first of all, we find the value of RL. Whenever in examples not given the value of RL, so from the RC and RE, we find the value of RL. Okay, here your RC equal to 2.2 kilo ohm and your RE equal to 2.7 kilo ohm, right? So what is your RL? RL is your 2.2 plus 2.7, which is 4.9 kilo ohm, right? Now, according to the Kirchhoff's voltage law equation, at the output side, what happened? VCE equal to VCC minus IC. Here we consider the two resistance at the output side. Okay, so RC and RE. So your output current for the equation VCC minus IC, RC plus RE. Okay. Now for the DC load line, we put the equation. What is the equation? Equation is IC equal to 0. Okay. So whenever we put the IC equal to 0, what happen? Your VCE equal to VCC, and your value of VCC equal to 20 volt. So whenever the IC equal to 0, your VC equal to 20 volt, right? So now plotting the point A, IC equal to 0 and VC equal to 20 volt. Okay. Now for the second case, what happened when the VCE equal to 0, your IC equal to, now for the second case, we put the VC equal to 0, right? So what is the value of IC? IC equal to VCC upon RC plus RE. So we find the value of a IC, right? So we get the 2 points, and the 2 points is A and B. Okay. So here we get the 2 point A and B. Okay. Now for the Q point, we find the value of a VB. What is your VB? VB is your base voltage, right? And the base voltage is VCC into R2 upon R1 plus R2, because base current, base voltage is your output side. So your VB equal to VCC into R2 plus R1 plus R2. We know all the value of VCA and R1, R2. So put the value and find the value of VB. So VB equal to 6.3. From the VB, now find the value of VE. So VB minus VBE. Here we consider the value of VBE, right? So VBE is your cutoff voltage. So you can take the cutoff voltage is your 0.7 for silicon and 0.3 volt for germanium. Okay. Now the next step, whenever we find the value of IE, because your IE equal to IC, your collector current equal to IE in a CE configuration. So we already find the value of VE, put the value of resistance whenever we find. So 5.6 upon 2.7. So we find the value of IC and make the Q point at IC equal to 2.07 milliampere, because we find the value of IC. Okay. So you can see in a figure, here is your first load line, which is 4.0 milliampere is your A point, and the second point is your 20 volt. Okay. So for the AC load line, we consider only the value of RC, and the value of RC equal to 2.2 kilo. Okay. And for the delta VBE, your collector current delta IC and RC, which is already found in a Q point. Okay. So it becomes 4.55, right? So also we find the AC and the DC load line from the equation and put the value of a collector current and find the 2 points A and B in a graph. Now we show the H parameter. Now H parameter is known as a hybrid parameter. In last session in last topic we show the R parameter. Now we show the H parameter, which is known as a hybrid parameter. And H parameter is more convenient for the circuit analysis compared to other analysis. And these are used only for the AC circuit analysis. Okay. So the transistor H parameter model, which is simplify the transistor circuit analysis by separating the input and the output stages. Okay. So this figure is known as a CER parameter equivalent circuit, right? Because in this configuration we put the RS, VS. Okay, we already shown the R parameter circuit, which has a 3 resistance, 2 coupling capacitor which are connected parallel to the input at the output side, and also at the output side we connect the current source, right? Now what happened for the H parameter? This figure is known as a H parameter circuit, right? And H parameter circuit, here we draw the common ammeter H parameter equivalent circuit, which is known as a common ammeter. So for the common ammeter, here we differentiate the two parts, which is left side part is known as the input part and right side part, which are known as the output part, right? Here we put the two symbols, which is known as a base and the ammeter, because here we use CE configuration. So your ammeter terminal is always connected to the ground. Input is in between base and ammeter, and output is in a collector and the ammeter, right? So first we put the Vs in series with the input resistance R, source resistance Rs, right? In a series with the one resistance is connected. This resistance is known as the input resistance, which is considered as a H, I for input, A for ammeter configuration, H, I, E. Okay. In series with the voltage resistance, which is known as a HRE into VCE. What is HRE? Is your reverse voltage. VCE, here VCE is your output voltage. Okay. So whenever we draw the any configuration, all these things are connected in a series, right? Which is Vs, Rs, input. Whenever we use common base, so here we use HIB, and here according to that we change the voltage, right? Now put the one line. After some space, we put the one current source, right? And here we consider as the current source in a reverse direction, because in a common ammeter amplifier your output are given in a 180-degree phase shift, right? So HFE into IB. IB is your base current, is your input current. HFE is your forward current voltage, forward current. Now we put the one conductance, and which is known as 1 upon HOE. I will discuss with you all the configuration in a later one. And here is a IC. IC is your output current, and put the one resistance in parallel, which is your output current, output resistance RC. Okay. So this is your VCE and this is your VBE. Okay. See, so we already discussed how we draw the AC equivalent circuit, then how we draw the R parameter circuit, and how we draw the H parameter circuits. Now discuss with the parameters. Here as input AC resistance HIE. What is HIE? So HIE can be defined as AC input voltage, which are divided by the AC input current, right? Whenever we find the value of VBE to the IB, so put the value of VBE upon IB. VBE is your input voltage, and input voltage is your cutoff voltage, VBE upon IB, which is known as a HIE, right? So HIE is your VBE upon IB when VCE equal to constant, right? Same thing, input resistance can be defined in the terms of changes in a DC level. So HIE is equal to delta VBE upon delta IB when your VCE becomes constant, right? So these input resistance are found in a input characteristics, right? Now what happened for the reverse transfer ratio? So HRE. So HRE equal to delta VBE. What is delta VBE? Delta VBE is your input current, sorry, input voltage, changing in input voltage. And what is delta VCE? Delta VCE is your changes in a output voltage whenever your IB current is a constant. Okay. Same thing. What is forward current ratio? So HFE can be defined as in the terms of AC equivalent circuit, which are the ratio of DC current changes where the VCE keep a constant. Okay, HFE equal to IC upon IB whenever your VCE current keep a constant. So HFE equal to delta IC upon delta IB when your VCE becomes constant. Okay. Now the last one is your HOE. So what is HOE? HOE your output admittance, which is IC upon VCE whenever your IV current becomes constant. So whenever we find in a changing voltage, so HOE equal to delta IC upon delta VCE when your IV current becomes constant. Okay. So these are known as the conductance in a connected in a series, forward current ratio, reverse transfer ratio, and the input resistance, right? So in this figure we find the value of a, from this configuration we find the value of a input input impedance, and how we find the value of impedance, output impedance, which is shown in these examples. But before we goes to the examples, I will discuss with you that the last model, and the last model which is known as a R pi equivalent circuit. Okay, so in AC in this unit we discuss about the three models, which are, first is a T equivalent model, then the H parameter. T equivalent model is also known as a R parameter. Then second one is we show the H parameter model, and the third one which is known as a R pi equivalent circuit, which is known as a R pi model. Okay, so the what is R pi equivalent circuit? So R pi equivalent circuit is the same as the H parameter model circuit. Okay, in this case the feedback generator. So what is feedback generator? Here the feedback generator is our HRE. Okay, whenever we discuss about the H parameter, here we consider as a voltage source at the input side, right? At the output side we consider as a current source. Okay, so from the H parameter, okay, whenever we discuss about the R pi model, what happened here, the output source, which is a generator HRE and VCE, is normally small. So it can be neglected for the most of the practical purpose. Okay. So what happened, the other parameters can be replaced by the R pi equivalent model parameter. So here the R pi equal to HIE. So replace with the input impedance. beta IB. Beta IB here we consider as a forward ratio, which is HFE into IB, which is replaced with the current source, and the conductance 1 upon HOE, which is replaced with the RC. Okay. So the right side figure, which is known as a CE configuration R-Pi transistor model, right? So left one is your input current. So the input current here we consider as a R-Pi, because here your voltage source is very small, so it is neglected. Okay. Now for the output side, first we consider the input source, and here in our R-Pi model, your input source is a beta IB, and the output resistance is a RC. Okay. Base current is your input current, and IC is your collector current, is your output current. Okay. So these are the model of a CE R-Pi transistor model. Same thing, you also draw the common configuration, common base configuration, and the common collector configuration, right? And we already discussed with all the parameters, which is HIE, right? HFE, HRE, and HOE. Now, from the equivalent circuit, we find the AC equivalent circuit, and from the equivalent circuit we find the H parameter circuit. Okay, before we goes to the discussion with the examples, I will discuss with you that common emitter circuit. Okay, what happened in a common emitter configuration, right? In common emitter configuration, we give a input, and what is our input? Input is your source input, and from the coupling capacitor at the input of a base, we get the same signal at the base voltage, right? But what happened when the capacitor are given to the short circuit? When Vs is increased in a positive direction, what happened at that time? Your base emitter voltage is also increased. But what happened? So the collector current is also increased. But voltage drop across RC, which is become across RC, and which reduces the level of IC. So your collector current goes in also increases, but at that time your voltage drop is becomes reduces. So the reducing the level of a collector voltages. So Vs increase in a positive direction, and the output goes in a reverse direction. So that in a CE configuration, your output are in a reverse direction. So your output are become 180-degree phase shift. So whenever the Vs changes in a negative direction, so the resultant is decrease in a VBE, which reduces the IC